Will you be going home for Christmas this year, Amelia?
I want to go, but I don't know if I'll have enough money by then.
You live in Phoenix, Arizona, don't you?
That's right. And the plane tickets are very expensive.
Why don't you go by train? It would be cheaper than the plane.
Yes, but I don't like trains very much.
How about the bus? That's not very expensive either.
I'm never comfortable on a bus, and it takes such a long time.
Well, you can do one of two things then. Either start saving your money for a plane ticket, or start walking now.
Don't worry about it, Bob. There's nothing we can do now.
I can't help it, Nancy. If I'd been thinking, this wouldn't have happened.
We all make mistakes. I see no point in standing here talking about it.
If I hadn't gone on the trip, I wouldn't have forgotten about it.
It's not really your fault. I didn't remember, either.
There's no excuse for it, Nancy. I had known about it for several weeks.
Well, it's too late to do anything now.
If we had written it down on the calendar, we wouldn't have made this mistake.
We can do that next time, but it won't help us now. Let's go home.
I guess you're right. Next time I buy tickets for the theater, I'll be sure to look at the date. Then we'll go on the right day instead of a day late.
May I take your order now?
Yes, I think we're ready to order. Emma, what would you like to have?
I haven't made up my mind yet. You order first, Daniel.
All right. I'll start with chicken soup. Then I want a steak, medium rare. I'll have a baked potato, green beans, and a tossed salad. I'll order dessert later.
Yes, sir. And you, miss? What would you like to have?
I can't decide. I don't see anything I really like.
There are over 30 dishes to select from, miss.
There ought to be something you like, Emma.
Well, I guess so. But I only see food that I don't like. I don't care for chicken and I can't stand fish. Do you have any oysters?
No, miss. I'm afraid not. How about some other seafood?
Oysters are the only seafood I like. I dislike the rest.
I wish I could think of something for you.
May I suggest cream of tomato soup and steak? For dessert, strawberry pie with ice cream?
No, that isn't my idea of a good meal. I'll have a hamburger. That's my favorite dish. I have it every day.
Jane, would you please read this letter of application I've just written? I'd like to have your opinion.
I'd be glad to tell you what I think.
If you don't think it's any good, please say so. I really want to get this job.
It looks fine to me. But I have one suggestion.
Good. I'm interested in your advice.
If I were you, I'd change the beginning. You should write about your education first.
Good idea, Jane. What do you think about the second part?
Now that you've asked me, I think it's too short. You should include much more information about your work experience.
You're right. I'll change it. How do you feel about the last part of the letter?
Great. But, unless I'm wrong, you should say something about your family too.
I agree. I appreciate your help, Jane. Do you think the end is all right?
It's not bad.
I guess I'd better tear up the letter and start over again.
Don't do that. Just make the few changes I suggested, and your letter will be perfect.